Hi Cancer, I'm Noelle and I'm coming at you with your reading for September 2021. But again, it's the perfect time whenever you're seeing it. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let's get into it. I've already pre-shuffled and meditated on your energy. And I'm just now looking at your card spread. Okay, so right off the bat, I have the Knight of Wands. So, and it's like, this is a really exciting energy, and I have it coupled with, I use signifiers. I have it coupled with Milk and Honey. I'm using Colette Baron Reed's Wisdom of the Oracle. I love her. Anyway, so Knight of Wands is all about action. He's ready to do something, like, and it's like a good spirited too. It's like, there's not a lot of baggage in this energy. And you got the card of Milk and Honey, which is just a really good place. It's like, so it's like the land of milk and honey. That's just plentiful, and you have everything you need, and you're happy, and the sun is shining, and it's just a good card, and it's a good energy. You're ready. You're starting something. You're wanting to move. So this is like the best energy of all the readings I've done so far this month. Even though you're only the third I've done, but still, it doesn't count less than the fact that it does. Okay, because check. Okay, hold the phone. I'm gonna check this. So, because in the past, just dropped the card. Okay, in the past, I have the Knight of Cups. So I feel like you had somebody courting you in the past. I have a fan outside. It's not weird. It's not hot. I feel like somebody was courting you in the past, like really laying it on thick, like really like wooing you or whatever. And then you got all that glitters card. But I want to look at the definition of this one really fast. I'm pretty sure I know what it means, but I would like to double check. Okay, so yeah, it says this is the signifier to the Knight of Cups. It's like a need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature, trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkly new thing, being mercurial. So because I did get it kind of in a relationship, it says sometimes we try to become something we're not to impress others. We embellish the story a bit, adding some dramatic elements that make us more appealing. The real person becomes hidden behind the sparkle and shine. There are times when we don't see the true value of someone else because he or she may not have the glitz and glamour that seems so desirable. Now is the time to look past the surface, beyond the mask, to the essence of a person. Who that person is, not what he or she has or can give, is important. See beyond the glitter and look for the inner glow. Use the eyes in your heart. Let go of artifice and let what is authentic shine. Okay, so now I kind of feel differently about this meaning. I feel like maybe somebody was really trying to court you, and you were like, I don't know. You weren't sure about them because, again, like that said, like maybe they're not what you're looking for, or they don't have the typical traits that you're looking for, like a job, or they live with their mom. No, I'm just kidding. You know what I mean. So maybe like there was somebody that was like really trying to court you, and you weren't sure because they just weren't your type. They're not the person that you normally go for, and they didn't have all the things like on paper that you have always thought you want in a partner. And it's kind of weird because I have the Knight of Wands and then Milk and Honey as your overall energy, which just means you're excited about something. So I don't know. We'll have to look in this reading because I don't know if you went for this or not. Because your challenge card is the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like you are being your challenge, like something that's holding you back right now is financial stability. Like you might be maybe in a relationship that isn't very satisfying, or it's just you're putting off making certain moves because you don't feel like you have enough money to do it. And that's like your struggle for right now. I mean, for one, the reading's a little bit all over the place, so let's see where it goes. Okay, well, what's mirroring you? You have the Devil and then the Eight of Pentacles. And this is above and this is below. So the conscious, unconscious, what's mirroring your energy now is kind of what you're aware of. This is kind of what the takes that are more subconscious that play in your head, more like programming. So the Devil talks about distractions and like people call it like the card of addiction, and I think that as well, but I think addiction is so much broader than what people really think. People usually think like drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. And addiction and is anything that takes you away from the place where you are being alone with your thoughts and really thinking about what you need to do, and your issues and all the things that we don't want to think about. So I mean, this card doesn't have to represent just like heroin or alcohol or whatever. This card can represent like Netflix, like binge watching Netflix instead of starting to write that novel, or oh my god, you have how you will have to like do like a paper will be due, or a work project will be due, and you'd be like, my kitchen needs cleaning, and you like clean like your whole house, and you're like, oh my god, I just did all of that to get out of starting that project. Like you start doing crazy stuff, you're like, oh, my closet needs cleaned, and you like never normally do it. But that's kind of like, it could be something like that. It's just putting off something that needs to happen for you to progress forward in your life. And then what's underlying is hard work. So yeah, it's starting to make sense. So it's like, that's mirroring you. Like and this is like the tunnel vision card. This is like, okay, I'm busy, I'm working, don't call me, I'm not gonna take phone calls, I'm not doing this, I can't go out, I'm working. And then look at the devil card. He's like, but come to the bar, it'll be fun. Come watch the first season of something on Netflix with me. Netflix and chill. I mean, just like mindless stuff that you don't really even care about. Just, to procrastinate doing something that makes you like feel emotionally overwhelmed, which is normal, totally normal. Like people think that people that procrastinate are lazy. They're not. They just get emotionally overwhelmed, and it's just like, and I read this thing one time. They're like, people procrastinate because it pays off. Like a lot of times when we procrastinate, the problem gets taken care of for us, and that's true. I mean, it's really, I'm like, that is true. Like somebody will take care of it somewhere. But that's not good. It's still not good to do. I work on it myself. So in your near future, you have the Two of Swords. It definitely is not my favorite card to have in your near future. Again, this is saying that like you're making a decision with you either don't have all the information, not being given all the information, or what I think it probably is that you don't want to see it. I feel like you're kind of like, la 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 la, a little bit right now, because I've got the devil, and then I just think that there's something that's overwhelming, and instead of dealing with it, you're just making a lot of distractions for yourself. And this is your self-image card. It's like how you see yourself. And it's the Death card, which, I mean, I think this is a good card. I mean, the Death card's a great card. It just means the end of something. Like there's a part of your life, an end of a chapter, and a new one is waiting to begin, but you can't begin the new one until you close the old one. And it's hard because we don't want to do it. It's like, well, can I have my foot in the old one while I start the new one so it's not as scary? But we can't. We know that, and it sucks, and it's hard. But you guys are Cancers. You guys can handle some shit. You guys have like, you are sensitive, but you have like such a high emotional tolerance for just bullshit. Like you guys can shoulder some weight. You really can. It's actually incredibly impressive. Okay, and this makes so much sense. So, and this is your environment card, and it's the Three of Wands, and this is saying long-term planning, like on enterprise, like what is the future gonna look like? Because the Two of Wands is like, all right, I'm planning this out. The Three of Wands, like we're starting to take action. But you have the Two of Swords, and then the Three of Wands, which is like, I don't know everything. I'm kind of turning a blind eye to it, but I need to make a decision about something long term. But you can't with like if you make a decision with no information, or like choosing not to see something, I don't think it's gonna end well. Because, and look at this, you got the Wheel of Fortune, which is the major arcana. So this is like a big deal card, and this is like change. This is like biggest change card there is, but it is a positive change card, so that's good. The Wheel of Fortune's great. It's like good luck. It's got like Taro, and this is like Hebrew letters, and it just represents like all this good stuff coming in your life, and the wheel is already moving. Like there's no stopping it. Like it's already in motion. It's picking up momentum right now. The only way that this card can be a negative card, and this is a really powerful card, so you do not want to turn this card into a negative card, because the momentum, it's coming, and if it goes in the bad momentum, it's going to just steamroll you. So get on the good side of this. The only thing, sorry, my air conditioning is really loud. I'm going to try to speak a little louder and Sorry about that. But the only way this card can be negative is if you resist the change that's coming. So if you resist it, it's gonna mow you out of the way. But just go with it. Like look at what you need to look at. Like don't take the blinders off and just make the decisions. And it's gonna work out for you, because it always does. Y'all are cancers. You guys make it through anything, and everyone loves you. Okay, and check this out. Again, as I was just saying, of course, this is a very fitting card for you. This is your outcome card. It is the No Place Like Home. Oh shit. This is my clarity card for you. This is your outcome card. This is the clarity card. So you got the Fool, which is freaking amazing. It just supports everything that this reading has been saying. The Fool is new beginnings. New beginnings, and you are in the energy to do it. I feel like you're hesitant, you're a little bit guarded, you're holding back, starting, but you're close, because you have an excited energy. You're like, fuck it, let's do it. Like, you feel good about it. You feel good about taking action. You just have some reservations. But I'm gonna read you. I want to read this card, because this card always reminds me of Cancer anyway, because it says No Place Like Home, and you guys are just like known for being very family oriented and having a beautiful home, and just like making your home like that's your sanctuary. Okay, so No Place Like Home, it's 50, so it's 5. Essential meaning: authenticity, coming home to yourself, feeling at home, arriving at a place where you just fit, be comfortable in your own skin. Let me see. Lovers, friends, companions, animals are at home in your life right now. You are in sync and full of love, and you can be secure in your knowledge that is reciprocated. Relationships elicit a sense of emotional safety, comfort, and best aspects of familiarity right now. And when you act in an authentic way, it's saying, and you're making business choices authentically, and not like just putting a blind eye, and not doing things, and not just pursuing things because you don't understand how what you really want to do can be monetized. That's silly, because I don't care what you want to do. I don't care if you like watching people get punched in the face. You can make a lot of money doing it now. It's just different how it works now. There is an audience for everything. Has an audience, and you might not be able to understand how something's monetized. This is the problem with a lot of people nowadays. They don't understand how something can be monetized, so they just don't count it as a marketable skill. And you guys are very domestic a lot of times, and that is such a freaking marketable skill. It's unreal. You guys have so many talents that you just kind of like shrug off like they're not marketable and they're not like valuable skills, because they're not as of now really supported and celebrated like masculine things like outside the home. But they're super important, they're super marketable, and so you can do anything you want. But it's saying if you go after what you're wanting to go after authentically, career-wise, money-wise, family-wise, you're gonna be successful. If you're not, it's gonna cause you problems. And this is exactly what that reading said, the whole thing. So it's like, but you're in a good energy. You're not in this like I don't have this really heavy baggage energy from you guys right now, which is awesome. Okay, but this is one thing I'm starting to do at the end of every tarot read, because I kind of just go with what the cards say to me. So I don't necessarily do love or general. But at the end, I will do Aries to Pisces, what each sign feels about you. So if you're dealing with an Aries, and it's just really quick, it takes about a minute, and just in case the reading doesn't have a lot of love in it, we'll see who you're dealing with, like what they're thinking. So go after that's what you want. I feel like you have this person that you have been hesitant, and it might be about this person. This person that you were hesitant about being with because they're not your typical person, I think that they might be your soulmate. And it's like a serious thing. This person wants a future with you. So, I don't know. I say take a chance. We never end up with the people that we think we're the type of person we're going to end up with. And that's just how love is, And you might be like, but I can't go out with this person. He's so strange, or she's so weird. But I feel like this might be the one, and it always is. Me and my ex-boyfriend broke up like a long time ago. I had a huge crush on this guy, and he didn't live in the same city, and he was gonna come down and see me. We're gonna spend the weekend together, and I was so excited. Like, I've been in love with him for like years, And then, but I didn't know when he was coming down. He's in a band. Then, my ex-husband now, I knew him for a long time, and I ran into him, and I was like, I asked him out, and I was like, you know, I don't really want to like be with him, but I need to go on a date. I need to like practice so I can get my dating muscle warmed up. And again, we got married, so you know, it's always like that. Okay, so how do they feel about you, Aries through Pisces? All right, Cancer, this is for y'all. Alrighty. Okay, if you're dealing with an Aries, they're happy with how things are, and they like you. If you're dealing with a Taurus, they are breaking free. They just kind of want to be on their own right now. If you're dealing with a Gemini, they are healing from some trauma. They like you, but they might not be the healthiest match, the healthiest person to be with right now. If you're dealing with a Cancer, they love you. If you're dealing with a Leo, magic. They feel like it's magic, and they like you a lot. If you are dealing with, it is super hot. Sorry. If you're dealing with a Virgo, miracles. Like sometimes I feel like they're expecting miracles to happen. Sometimes their expectations are a little high. I think they like you, but I think they have high expectations, and that's always a little scary. Okay, if you're dealing with a Libra, the truth is going to come out, like on their end or your end. The truth is going to come out, and if you can work past this truth, you're going to be good. If you are dealing with a Scorpio, they just want to relax. They just want to like be casual. They're not ready for something serious. If you're dealing with Sagittarius, they're wanting to move forward. They really like you, and they've made up their mind, and they're super loyal and dedicated when they do. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, discernment. They're always like, is this worth it? Like, they're trying to discern, like, is all this worth it? They're very calculating. They're very materialistic. I mean, they're not bad people. They're not, but they just have a very left brain way of thinking, and they're like, well, I don't know. I got to make sure this is the right thing. You know, they think with their brain. They're left not with their heart. You know, their mind, not their heart. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, ask for help. Like, be honest with them. Be vulnerable with them. If you need help from them, ask, and they will give it to you. Don't try to hide it from them, and vice versa. If they ask you for help, be there for them. If you are dealing with a Pisces, dreaming. They are such dreamy people, and they're daydreaming about you. They want to be with you, but they also might have this ideal of who you are in their head that might not be completely accurate. So beware of that. All right, guys. I will see you in October, and maybe I will be less freaking hot outside next time. Love you guys.